Hi, my friend, it's Pat Sloan here. We have the butterfly quilt along today and the Jolly Bar today. Plus, I am getting out red and white quilts. And I want to do a little quilt show and then show you what I ended up hanging up in my home. And so the sew along part will be short and sweet. We'll get it tight, show you what's going on, and then we'll just look at some pretty quilts and then take the little tour. Okay, so first of all, behind me, because I know I can't go on without telling you, this is my quilt from the Red and White Quilts 2 called Soul Sister. And so I'll tell you a little bit about that afterwards. So let's go over and do the two sew-alongs. Our next two blocks in the Jolly Bar sampler, we have a big one and a little smaller one, but not one of the smallest. So the first big one is called the Mosaic Quilt. There it is in repeat. And in one block, it is there. So let's look at mine. It's a big block. So this is another one of those bigger blocks. The background fabric is the bulk of this. That's what this whole big section is. That's my background fabric, this sort of teal color, light teal. And then these are the Jolly Bar pieces. Okay, so the next one, I'll just do it down here, is called Nutcracker. The Nutcracker quilt. Okay, so there is the block, and let me show you mine. There we go. This is a fun, scrappy one. So if you have some bits and parts of the others, this is a great place to use it up. But you know, with the Jolly Bar, it's probably not that way. You know, you're not going to have the extra pieces. But if you were doing this quilt, like just this block from your scraps, it would be so cool, because I'm sure you'll find a lot of fun things to put in here. Now this week, I also have, hold on here, I also have the bonus. I have a bonus border to put on here. So you'll be able to download this today at the project page for the Jolly Bar, which is at my I Love to Make Quilts website. That has all the information. So what you want to do is save and make all of those cutaways into half square triangles. And then you'll need some extra fabric if you want to do the border like this. So this is a bonus. It's got a couple of pages telling you how to just do the border for on here. And these are what you're saving, in case you've forgotten. But you've got all of these cutaways from all the blocks that you'll be building, and they will go and make the border. So it gives you a way to use all of them, because there are quite a few for this particular sampler. And I just want to use them. I want to use them on the sampler versus making another project with them or something like that. Okay, we're going to now switch over and look at the Tula Pink Butterfly quilt for this week, what the assignment is, and then we'll go back and do a red and white quilt show and tell of my quilts. This week we have 6 blocks to make for the butterfly quilt. We are on this grouping here, so it's another little bit bigger of the half log cabins. Let me show you where they are in the layout and then the fabrics from the kit. So if you're using the kit or something very similar to the kit, you'll see the fabrics. All right, so the layout, we have this big block right up here in the corner, the very corner one. So these are some of the bigger half log cabins. And we're using different colors now, which is kind of fun because we haven't gotten into those shades. And then same down here, we're doing in the blues now. And so these are the 2 that we're doing. 1, 2, 3, and 2 of each. One for this side of the butterfly and one for the other side of the butterfly. So let's take a look at the fabrics. The blue ones are using these same. There's just this fabric is only used for one of the, one set of blocks. It's not using the other set of blue blocks, but all the same fabrics are being used. And then the purple is this group right here. And I think I'm going to take the small square that starts it and change it out from this dark purple and put this in there. So I'll just add from my stash. Now today I am not doing I don't have a block made because I'm changing all the quilts out, and now I want to go over and do a little quilt show. And so I will cut these and be sewing them in the next few days and show you when I have them done. But sometimes it's just going to work like that. But today is a wonderful day to have changed out my quilts. And I can't wait to show you some of the ones that actually will probably just have to be stacked in the room because I have too many. I can't hang them all up. All right, I'm going to hang the blocks. So these both go up here on the right side. And even though I can sew these because I do have the layout, I haven't done that yet. I've gotten just, yeah. I'm not sure when I'm going to get that done. I will. So I had to make a little schedule, I think, a little mini, like a schedule within a schedule for myself. All right, let's talk about red and white quilts. It has been really dreary, and I find it very hard to change my quilts out when it's dreary. I have a darker room. It's painted like chocolate brown, and so I just need that sunlight to be coming in when I change the quilts. I don't know, it just makes me feel better. So I woke up today, and it was sunny, and I was like, okay, I'm changing the quilts out for February, and they'll probably roll into the first part of March, and then I'll change them again around the middle of March. So Soul Sister is when I was invited to be a contributor to this book. It had to be red and white quilts, which are my love. And so this one is 2 blocks basically, and then the sashing or the border. What would you call it? Like it's more like sashing. It's these half checkerboards, partial checkerboards, and so it's not a difficult quilt, but it looks more complex than it really is. So I hope you'll pick up one of these books if you really love it. There's beautiful, beautiful quilts in here. Now I have a stack. Let me just show you rather than holding it up. I have a stack here of quilts, and let's see how much we can go through, and then leave a little time to see what I end up hanging up and displaying. So there's a lot of small ones, and if these small size are called button clubs. Fat Quarter Shop used to have a button club, and I designed the patterns for you, showcasing the buttons, lots of little projects so that you could put the buttons on and hang them somewhere. This I think is one of my favorites with the heart, so I definitely have to hang that one up. I have more than I can hang up. I'm putting this one in here. Definitely going to put that up on my shelf. And this is a little mug rug with it's pink and love. What is that, snowman? It is a pink snowman. These buttons are just another button company. Now there's some pillows. This one's a pillow cover, but I sometimes take these and just use them as table mats if I don't put them in a pillow. So that is from one of my books. And then I kind of did this as a wreath at one point, as it goes this way, you know, like these 4 blocks, and they're really fun, and the backgrounds are all different fabrics. See that? So that was really fun to do, but I don't know if this one will get displayed. I think it might just go on the table. Now the heart block, you will see the smaller version hanging on my living room wall next to the big quilt when we look in there. But this is the big version of the heart pattern. It is a free pattern from the Fat Quarter Shop. It's linked at my I Love to Make Quilts website, so you can go and see that. I backed it with my fabric line. Isn't it look good, the paisley? But I love this one, so I don't know. I'm thinking of hanging this one in the hall. I actually have a different one hanging there right now, but I think I'm going to switch it out and put this one there for Valentine's. Yeah, I like it. I like it. We have a sew along that I think we did this as a sew along. I think it was last year, the year after. Did I say? What did I say? 2022. So it was last year. We did this in February. So, oh, I'm showing you the label. So yeah, see? I don't know what it's showing you the front for, but there we go. So this is also a great one for hanging or laying on the table. I could actually put it over a chair because it's got the hearts on it. Now some of them are not necessarily so much the Valentine or something like that. It just gives the feel of red and white. So my spools, do I say what book this was in my triangle book. So this pattern was in my triangle book with the spools. That's got the aqua and the red spools. And it's the pattern, then it's got polka dot on the back. Polka dots for the win. But the pattern, the quilting pattern on it is really cool. It is maybe you can see it in the but in the back. There's like a honeycomb. I think you can see it on the front. See the honeycomb? Like the vertical? I think you can see it. I like that. I like that on there. I think it turned out really well. Okay, what else do I got? Oh, this is a fun one. Now, I had this last year hanging in the kitchen, but this year I have one from my book hanging there. This is a sew along. It was called Woodland Wonderland. Yeah, Woodland Wonderland. And we did the regular size project, and then I took some of the blocks and did them in the red and white, a little turquoise, a little gray, and then did a layout where there were less blocks. So this is the layout, like it was like a bonus layout, so there were a lot less blocks. The little gnome, the little chubby gnome down there, and the mushrooms, and the owl, just, this one was very fun to put together. I don't know, I might hang the heart for a while and then replace it with this, like after Valentine's Day, switch it out and put that guy in the hallway. So it's the hallway that goes up. I'll show you where that is. Okay, this one was one of our quilt alongs. Did I write? I'm not always, as much as I tell you to write labels, I'm not always that good at it. Okay, I did. It's called this was Main Street. It was one of our Block Wednesdays, and the colors to me are very much can be used for, you know, February. Light, look, I just love this fabric. And I think I'm going to hang this on my ladder so that I have this nice, bright, beautiful colors. There's the backing, some of the backing fabric. Now, I didn't get my winter solstice out because I'm not hanging it and it's huge, and I was just getting tired of pulling everything down. But my winter solstice is red and white, so it would be perfect. It would be perfect to hang. And here's the last one I brought out to show you. This is the red and white squares, which are what I sew when I'm, you know, want to just sew something in between other projects, to sewing the 2.5 inch squares together. This is the red and white one. Oh, I don't know that it has a top or a bottom, but there we go. The red and white one. I love this one so much. Love it, love it. And I did get this really fabulous newsprint for the back of it. So, ta-da! Isn't that great? Now, I was thinking to myself, I should have got the binding on my red zinger. My red zinger is back, but I don't have the binding on it yet. So that'll have to be for another display. So I'm trying to decide what to hang in here. Maybe I'll hang the red and white. Maybe I'll hang Main Street. Maybe I'll hang Main Street in here. This one. I think that's what I'll do. I wasn't sure what I was going to hang in here. Switch the blue one out. But I think I'll hang Main Street in here for a while. Before we do the tour, I want to show you what's in the Cupid box. These were the specialty boxes you could order. They were limited quantity. Few things were exclusive, not everything. And so I want to show you what was in here. And if you didn't get one, you'll now know that they're really good and you want to get them the next time. The next time a specialty box comes out. So let's take a look. Okay, so it always has, you know, the header thing, and they have a coupon on the back. So we'll put that over there. These, I'm going to show you the quilt top that I made, because these are the rest of the fabrics that I didn't use, and probably a few other strips. Here, yeah, here's the strips that I didn't use, but they, oh, look how cute. Look at the cars. Look at this. So darling. And the little hearts. And this is the pattern. And let me show you, I have the top done. I don't have it quilted yet, but I have the top done. It's going to go behind my door in the front, so, you know, so in the hallway. There it is. I did this with, put the lid down. So I used my Sleepover, the blue from Sleepover. I put with that jelly roll. It's so cute. And there's just such darling things on here. Like there's a little Dalmatian. Yeah, look. So this is like, oh, so exciting, so exciting. But there's other things in the box. Let me just show you the rest of it. There was a quilt as you go. So like a whole little kit of the fabric and, not the fabric, the marked batting, so that you can try a quilt as you go. So that is cool. pink Aurifil thread, the big spool. Yes. And let's see. Oh, a few things. Here is, ooh, one of these bracelets, you know, like with a magnet. So it's a pin bracelet. They're called slap bracelets. So you put it on, it goes over. It'll bend over and around, and you can wear it. Let's see, was there something else in here? One more thing. The featherweight letter opener. Look at this. So darling. The boxes are so well done, and then you get like a little thing that tells you what all the stuff is. But I loved making this project. Now it is exclusive to the box, so you can't get this pattern, but just to show you what goes on with it, and this is just ends up being perfect size. It'll go behind my door, which it can't go today because it's not finished, but I do need to hurry up, don't I? Okay, let me go finish up out in the living room and we'll take a look. So let's start here. Happy Valentine's Day. That says it all, right? So on the rocker, I have a red and cream Oh My Stars from a few years ago. And we'll just swing over here and see the main exhibit in my living room. Ta-da! So one of my favorite heart quilts, and it's in my holiday book. It is these pixelated hearts, and then there's the checkerboard. This is the little heart quilt that I was telling you. I showed you the big one, and this is the smaller version of it. That's a free pattern. You can get a link from my I Love to Make Quilts website. Now on the sofa, I have that rectangle that I just showed you the other day, and then this is one I made from a friend's book. And that big pillow, I am working on getting covers for it because it is oversized. So I'm doing custom covers. So I just put a piece of fabric on it for right now, and I'm not sure what I want to do there. Now on the table, I have this super cute table runner. These were cutaways from one of the multiple heart project I showed you. So they were some of the cutaways, and I made it into a table runner. And I haven't gotten any of my heart stuff out to put on the end table and the coffee table, so I have to go do that. This is one I did from a reproduction quilt, and a big pillow and a little checkerboard pillow. Here is the ladder with, actually these are 3 little bit smaller projects this time, which looks really nice. Often I have to have just 2 because they're so long, but this turned out really nice. This is the project that's the companion to the table runner. And so now over here, the love notes, there we go, on my red front door. So that's how it hangs. And then in my hall, the stairway up, here's the other larger heart. You know, that's a really, really fun one. And this is where the Cupid box will go. So that's just the top. I thought I'd show you. It fits perfectly. It has to have a border. The pattern has a border, but I'm not putting a border because it fits perfectly there. And then I did hang the one small piece here, my favorite. So another little view here of the living room. Thank you so much, everybody, for visiting today. And there you go. All the quilts changed out, including the one here in my studio. Thank you for being here. I love you. Mwah. Thank you for being in the Sloan Zone. I will see you online.